already looked at this desk. No?
I don't know. Probably not because I picked this up.
To whom it may concern, I'm being contacted by the past presidents of the U.S. They appear as spirit guides, giving me their wisdom. John Adams keeps saying I need to fix America. I can't really understand it. They all have a lot of opinions. People tell me I'm imagining it, but Theodore Roosevelt showed me how to fix my lawnmower, and I don't know a thing about lawnmowers. Explain that. I have great dead men telling me about the past and present. If you'd like to use my abilities to help run the government, please let me know. I know the White House could use me. Yours in earnest, James Bartholomew.
Was there someone else in there?
Yep. That door opens. Oh no. It opens both ways. Which is a mistake. Do you see that? You can't oh, it could be a swing door? Okay. Could be. These all look the same rooms. Too late now. Oh. Correspondence. Book Club. Penny. Hello, avid readers. The Bureau Book Bunch will convene at the usual spot in the corner table of the cafeteria at 5 p.m. on Tuesday. Currently discussing Unless You by J.D. Brooks. Everyone should get their reviews to me by Monday before lunch so I can generate some conversation starters before the meeting. Happy reading, Penny Bartwell.
We'll find your mama together.
Love that.
Very Lynch.
Mm-hmm. Viewing party. You didn't go to any of these?
I did,
I feel
but
like you did.
If there was somebody doing them, I didn't do it because I was waiting for you.
I forgot how creepy this is. And why are we climbing on the coffee table right now when we're trying to walk over it, you know?
Yeah.
Walk around it.
That's just the engine they have.
Weird state. I mean, weird choice. Alright. Upstairs?
Sure.
Nothing there.
Just look at it. 8 inches wide and capable of storing a whopping 80 kilobytes. Stolen by our friends at the CIA, the disk held the launch codes to Soviet nukes. This is not the disk, of course, but one exactly like it. A perfect fusion of concepts vibrating in the Cold War era collective unconscious. A receptacle. It is a receptacle for dangerous energies to hone in on. And they did. We don't have the details, but when things started flying around the disk, it was transferred to us. It's an object of power. OOP. Oops. Oh, and it can launch things telekinetically through the air. To date, we've launched maybe 3 dozen pencils. And once, we even launched a cup.
Who saw this?
That's possibly have been it for us.
We don't have clearance here. Alright, are you okay if I go out?
Absolutely.
I mean, go in?
Yeah. Good luck.
Is that way?
Yeah, I guess.
What is in this door?
Took it back.
You already visited it?
No, we've never been in this room.
Haven't you gone past this?
No, we've never been in here.
Okay. Where were you killing guys?
In the room before the last room.
Okay. So that says cafeteria. We came through there.
That's where we came.
Yeah, we came through there. Alright, I guess we're gonna go through. Do you remember how to open the map?
Up on the deep.
So should I go into this? I'm like, I can't tell what it's gonna... Oh shit, it's a bathroom. I just did this.
That's what you just did.
Okay, this is very confusing. I don't know, all of it looks the same. That's why it's hard for me to keep straight. Okay. I'm gonna go through the cafeteria. Sorry, gonna go through those doors? No wait, there are no doors here.
You go down the hallway.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
I know, I'm just checking for baddies. Okay, but you know,
Yeah, there is a bathroom.
someone
Oh,
is.
he got hit by a pneumatic tube.
But that was scary. Why is he getting hit by him?
Machine changed life.
Oh yeah, look. Mailroom. I shouldn't approach that, right?
Oh yeah.
An object of power. Looks like the hiss have latched onto it. We need to cleanse it.
It's vibrating. Reach the object of power to cleanse it. Where is it?
It's that thing. It's the big red thing.
Crouch to take cover behind low objects. How do you do it? R?
Click in the right stick.
It's horrible.
Surprised I didn't try that.
Should I... Oh, so that room is probably... That door is probably to the red thing. Alright, and there's a hallway over there. See that?
I do.
Alright, there's nothing here. Okay. So... When she crouches, I don't like that I can't see her. You know? And maybe it's because...
You don't really need to see her, do you?
I do. I don't know which way she's facing.
Should move in the direction the camera's pointing.
So... When you run, it uncrouches you.
Okay.
So it's not like
Yep.
Assassin's Creed. A lot of people dead here. Check out really quickly. I think there's nothing here. Oh my god. I'm having a lot of trouble remembering what's what.
Take your time.
Okay, 1 second. This is... I really don't like the pushing the stick thing. This is crouch. This is run. Pushing in left runs. This is crouch. Okay.
What's up?
I'm gonna mess them up. I keep mixing up left and right stick. When crouch is like a critical thing, it seems like in this game. We got materials and then multimedia found missing on the threshold.
This is that terrible TV show.
We got a mod right there. Exclusive to Shatter, projectile speed, reload speed.
Is that the one we just got?
Yeah.
I feel like we already had that one.
Okay, well.
Okay.
I don't understand why that's good. Projectile speed -6?
Yep, I don't know.
Okay. Must be something someone else's projectile. Okay, so this is not how you get to the thing.
Oh.
Because there's no entrance here. You know. Oh shit. My cover's gone.
Yeah. I would just run straight across.
But to what? I don't know yet.
You see how there's cover on those? Nope. Turn to your right. I'm running straight across.
To right there?
To the, kind of like if you turn to the right. Further. Right there.
You would run where? stairs?
Directly there. Yeah.
Why?
Because I bet there's stuff up there.
Oh, so you're not trying to get to the red thing?
I am, but I don't think that the way to the red thing is directly at it.
Okay.
Could be.
You can run. No. I can't get in there. Nothing here. There's a ladder right there, but it's like not leading to anything.
Yeah.
I don't know what else I could climb.
I would go up the stairs.
Up what stairs?
You
Oh,
turn.
those?
Yeah. Yeah, it's physics.
That was the. I have to go right after class, right?
I guess. Yeah.
Where'd it go?
To me, it's right there. Right there. Right there.
So it's targeting.
Yeah. Won't be this.
It's harder to hear you when I'm here. It's like the channel's been changed. The board's in charge here. They're pyramids in Bureau Seal. Are they really the ones pulling the strings? I'm not their director. I'm no one's director.
Hold, grab highlighted objects, release to launch. That's right, bumper. Okay. Highlighted objects. Release to launch.
Nice.
Right. So you can basically grab anything. That's why everything you can knock down. I bet that's why. You know.
Of course.
Hopefully I can get some health back and not die here. Align the cube thingamajig into the whole slot to advance score.
I like the quirky way that it speaks.
Yeah. Do they mean in there?
Yes.
The way I see it, it's like falling while highlighting. It's just not worth it.
You can launch
Launch it really fucking far. Oh, it targets.
It kind of does, yeah.
It does. I don't think I'm doing anything to him.
No, you're not hitting it.
It does target them. Makes it easier for you. Yeah. Like the red dot doesn't need to be aligned.
The line?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just gonna make sure I didn't miss any blue things here. For health. It really doesn't give me a lot of health. Use launch to complete the challenge. Use launch to complete the challenge. More blue things? I'm so close, you guys. Okay. So I launch at this thing?
No.
Or
Just his work. Cool.
There you are. You were gone. Cut off. I got it. Just like you wanted, right? This will help me fight the hiss.
A lot of baddies.
I see that.
You can launch so much shit.
Okay, thank you. I know. Thank you.
We're in like a building. Like that. Here, that's not explode.
Okay.
No, you try again.
No.
Don't you want to get good? Okay.
Oh, that was mean.
I thought that you were talking. Not like you're not good, but earlier tonight you were saying you wanted to practice.
Yeah, not while we're playing the game. I just mean like as practice rounds, like during the day.
Oh, I see. I will die too. Very cool loader. Alright, that's not where I expected it to be. beautiful.
Would you melee him or launch?
I meleeed him. When I was here, it didn't make the everybody's dead noise, but there's no music playing. Yeah, sometimes it makes like a noise. Okay. Oh, come on!
What is melee?
Back there. Backwards. Okay, that's the wrong way. Yep, that's the wrong way. Where is the communications department? Yeah. Can I grab people out of there? No. But I can just grab shit out of the ground. Yikes.
Oh, you did?
Yep.
No, because it's not highlighted. What, can you grab it? Can I do it? Yeah, it wasn't from the ground.
You don't think? I
No,
think
you
it.
can only do it from the
Well, look, okay, I see what you're saying, but as
that thing just swung to you from there, right?
yeah, that did. You're trying to tell me I didn't just pull that out of the ground?
Because how does it do that? You're not looking at the thing? That's how you do it?
That just pulled it out of the wall, over there.
Yeah, but how'd you pull it out of the ground when you were...
Yeah, I mean, I just hit right bumper and it just summoned it somewhere.
Okay.
Cool. Well, I thought there might be guys in here, because we came in here, and this is where you died, and there was another guys.
Oh, but that's after I did the thing. Given that we already did the thing, I feel like we wouldn't spawn.
Yep, that seems to be true, I didn't realize that. Alright, cool. Here they are.
But there's two of them? It said two.
Oh,
Is that their level or is that how many guys?
maybe a level. Okay, what did we just get? I thought we just got something.
We got materials.
I thought we got a, When bound, the object allows para-utilitarians to telekinetic lift material and throw it a short distance. The object is currently bound to the director for research purposes. Stolen from a Soviet military base located in the USSR by agents Chekhov and Yatskar with the CIA. The diskette contained launch codes to Soviet missiles believed to be reserved for use against America. After being returned to America, the diskette began throwing computational hardware at members of the decoding team. An informant in the CIA tipped the bureau off, and it was requisitioned by agents the next day. Cool. The Bureau only allows certain highly trained individuals to handle volatile materials and weaponry. Our demolition experts are instructed in the use of explosives in dimensions with distinct physical laws, making them important assets for engineering work as well as combat situations. HISS demolition experts are the only observed Hiss variations to wield the specially built rocket-propelled grenade that is designed to identify and track hostile entities once fired, making them a threat whose termination should be prioritized in combat scenarios. I find it remarkable that the Hiss restrict usage of this weapon to the Bureau personnel who train specifically for its use. What does this tell us about its behavior? Can it not pass along new information to corrupted entities? Still too many unknowns. Refer to a file for full report.
Emily Pope wrote this.
Yes. Same as this. The Rangers are the Bureau's well-trained and well-armed expeditionary forces. The Hiss corrupted counterparts are equally formidable. Prior to corruption, Rangers were trained to use a variety of weapons in order to face any threat found during AWE response or threshold exploration, including submachine guns, assault rifles, and automatic shotguns. Hiss Rangers utilize these weapons as well as the advanced tactics taught by Bureau instructors. Some are additionally outfitted with Bureau-made body armor. Hiss Rangers have no observed paranatural abilities beyond some being protected by shielding of dense Hiss resonance capable of stopping bullets. Considering the advanced training the Hiss Rangers...
When they're right around.
Yeah, absolutely. The advanced training the Hiss Rangers are capable of applying to their situation, is it feasible to consider the human mind still remains intact to some degree? Or is the Hiss able to tap into this combat training and utilize it? Further observation is required. Yep. That room is open now.
You know how when we met Emily Pope, she was like, what do you call this thing? The Hiss? Okay, the Hiss?
Yeah.
How could she have written these before she met us?
No, she must have written it recently.
Since she met us?
Yeah. Or, no, you're right. Or it just doesn't make sense. Book Club Notes for Penny by L. Sampson. So, I don't usually read a lot of sci-fi, but as far as space operas go, this was alright. The title, Unless You, could refer to a bunch of things in the book, I guess, but I thought it was a little vague and stupid. The way that characters kept throwing it around, almost like a catchphrase, got real annoying real fast. The best part of the story was the space battles. I sided with the Fixers, obviously, because they had the coolest tech and their motives made the most sense to me. Honestly, if I had to choose between some hoity-toity flowers in guns space hippies or a badass bunch of warriors who go around devouring planets like cheap sushi on a Sunday, I know who I'm picking. The scene where they invade City Planet and convert the entire population using those brain worms, and that space dogfight between those two ace pilots, sign me the fuck up. What kind of ruined the whole thing for me was when my favorite character got killed not even halfway through the story by getting a battery cylinder launched into his face by a gravitational anomaly. His death didn't feel necessary at all. 2 out of 5. Got some undefined reading material. Pick up this cabinet real quick and launch it in the toilet. It dented the toilet a little bit. That's kind of nice.
I feel like this game is going to check us out.
Holy shit, that's cool. Look at how it's picking up other shit. It popped.
Emily said that the hotline can be reached through the mailroom.
National news sites have begun publishing the story of the polar bear attack on the Alaskan town. You all know I don't like to boast, but claiming that the family was killed by migrating polar bears desperate for food because their ecosystem is being ruined by global warming was a stroke of genius. Using current ecological concerns make the public much less likely to have a shit. So another AWE behind us, and the public is none the wiser. Well done, everyone. It was a strong campaign and perfectly executed. This doesn't mean we can stop monitoring anything and looking for any off-message opinions, but it's looking like we're in the clear. Tomasi out. Personal mod. Launch energy cost minus 9%.
How does it consume energy?
Here. See how it used half my energy to pick this thing up.
Okay.
Mailroom, cafeteria, sensory reception day. Yeah, we didn't clean out everything this way. Oh, yeah, we did, definitely. Fry people. What's this?
This must open the door.
Clearance level 1. That opened so many doors. Oh, I can claim this control point. There's a control point here that I can claim. Hard for me to find us on the map every time I open it. I'll claim it, right? Okay, so maybe I don't want to go in there yet. Instead, I want to go up here. There's more dudes. I'll tell you what clearance level you need.
It would be green, I bet.
Until I swipe the clearance level.
What?
Until maybe I have the clearance level though, to unlock it.
I thought it would still be green then. You're right.
Clearance level 1.
You're listening to America Overnight, mystifying the airwaves for more than 29 years. Thank you for staying up with us. Ghosts. We've had many callers over the years tell us of hauntings, voices, and other
I do, yeah. Thanks.
Bonnie had been there a week, he said. Guests had stayed there, sleeping with the corpses.
Yep. It's a big room. See if I can open this door. Yep, I can. Pay attention, Alberto. This is the last time explaining this. Internal lockdowns are manually triggered events that lock one or all of the sectors by restricting use. I was distracted. Of the sector elevator, effectively locking staff in the sector until the emergency is handled. They can only be lifted by the directorial override and maintenance once the director is satisfied the situation is under control. External lockdowns are a bigger deal. Nothing in or out of the whole building is only triggered by a code red containment breach based on some complicated system that security and research slap together. It can only be lifted once A, the threat has been neutralized, and B, a high clearance individual gives the system the all clear. This process is not the same as the directorial override, so stop saying so in the documentation. I know it's confusing as hell. I've told Darling 100 times to change it, but they're adamant it stays the way it is. Honestly, I don't think they even know how to change it at this point. Let's just make sure our staff understands how this mess all works, okay? Oh boy. I'm gonna say that I can't walk in the goo. I'm gonna say the goo hurts me. It hurts. Okay, so yeah, good to know that's there. Let's go heal again. Is it this way? The control point? Yeah, here it is. Yep, it's fast travel. It lets me travel to other places in the map.
Like what?
The Dead Letters Department, or the Central Executive Department,
Okay.
other places that we've found these things. So since I've opened that door to the room, I should go clear it out, right? Place is clear. Interact with a control point to arrive at that location after dying. Yeah.
Oops. Why is that guy? You killed him.
That good or you're not? Doesn't look like it's all red like it was in my camera.
I can't pick up the sound. Like you did with the wall. Okay.
Now try again.
Would you like my pastas?
No.
There's just a couple.
Yeah.
number above an enemy's head signifies their level.
Cool. I feel like the pine trees is like our score. Was it good?
It's something.
Yeah.
I don't know what that is.
Oh, really?
Where'd he go?
He popped.
Where is he shooting? Oh my god. Missed him around the corner. It's fine.
Whoa, nice work.
Am I full health?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Health plus 25, launch efficacy -7. Launch energy cost -7. It's weird to me to figure out what's highlighted. System security evaluation confirmed data breach summary. Last month, our on-site server experienced intrusion by unauthorized users. After a thorough investigation, it was confirmed that the users only accessed a video file which contained portions of various Dr. Darling presentations. We were able to track the users through their IP addresses and they confirmed identities of these users. Patrick, Rubens, Ardo, Christopher, we don't know any of them, Yakko. These individuals are in breach of Bureau Code 91, have been placed under surveillance by our external investigation team. Further action is pending.
You're
Okay.
We had a gun.
Accuracy 5. Reload's better.
Yeah, I had a good one.
No, we're disconnected. How's your leg doing?
Good, how are you?
Huh? Should we go for the wall?
Is there another door? That's the door you came in. Yeah.
Energy recovery speed. Where is it?
Yeah, I think it's where I was
Okay.
saying. You go
Okay,
back.
so what I heard you say to the right where I was is this control point.
Yeah, I think it's in there. Turn to the right. It's like there.
Where exactly?
I guess right there.
Okay. So this would be back from where I was.
Okay.
How is that?
They can fly now. Great.
That's a fucking good.
Box.
I see that. Pay attention to your surroundings. You'll sustain lethal damage if you fall too far.
They can fly now. Great.
Oh, really?
Did you see him to the right?
I didn't see him, but I just.
Crashing in.
Okay, that's where.
Yeah,
I see it guy here. Oh, I don't think so. But maybe. Another one dropped there. funny you can hit them as ship fights towards you as well.
I have a feeling he'll be back.
Hiss elevated agents display abilities similar to telekinetic competencies observed in Bureau para-utilitarians. Some prefer to charge their targets while others launch objects at them. Telekinetic attacks have been ineffective against the Hiss elevated. Yeah. Due to their own...
throw stuff at him?
I think so. Due to their own talent in the area. They do not use any weaponry except their own paranatural capabilities. Some Hiss elevated have been seen levitating while strapped into chairs. This is likely the result of individuals being corrupted while undergoing cognitive recording in parapsychology. How are they able to use paranatural abilities? Is it possible that these individuals were bound to objects of power prior to corruption? Rather, it is possible. It's also worth considering that the Hiss residents can identify and express latent paranatural ability in the individuals it corrupts. Yeah. Alright.
Let's stay focused. The hotline should be past the mailroom.
Hotline check.
Found a hotline object of power. Aren't we still trying to get to what's your face in the mailroom?
I think the reason we wanted to go to the mailroom was to get through it so we could find the hotline. I think that was the main goal.
Okay.
Because right away we had the director speaking to us in like a blue vision. He said, find the hotline. Remember?
No, but okay.
We were in that hallway and you were like, well,
Oh, yeah.
And so when we met up with Hope, we were like, I've been told to find the hotline. And she was like, okay, yeah. I know the way to the hotline. Let's do the mail room. Okay. Hopefully we didn't miss anything. Before we go to the hotline, should we go through this door up here?
Do you want to heal
Okay.
at the control point?
Sure.
You're very close to it.
Yeah. I just hope it doesn't spawn more dudes in this room.
Oh, that shit. Like that.
Yeah, okay. Oops, I picked up and I fell.
There's a thing back there.
Nice. Tea time. Hey, Malcolm. Yeah, tea time is at 7. I'll see you at the course on Sunday morning. By the way, have you heard about this Tennyson report? Apparently there's a bunch of copies drifting around the office. Trench is looking to get his hands on any information about who wrote it. You wouldn't happen to have heard anything about that, would you? See you Sunday. Gemma. Butte. In a spate of disappearances was traced to a home in the city of Butte, where Bureau agents discovered a translocative light switchcord. Bureau agents arrived at the home of a local celebrity, which had been connected to a total of 5 disappearances in the area. Agents found no one inside. While searching the closet, An agent pulled the light switch cord and disappeared from view. Another agent was selected to pull the cord in order to replicate the event. He disappeared as well. Both agents were discovered at the oldest house 7 days later, found in a sealed room by rangers exploring a new area of the house. The light switch cord in the Butte home's closet disappeared during this incident.
Alberto Tomasi, head of comms. The hiss got him.
All right, take this down. The situation in Cuba has been evaluated by the relevant authorities. The mysterious illness affecting the staff at the U.S. Embassy in Havana was caused by sonic weaponry in the hands of a foreign power. Numerous
The hotline can't be far now.
ear, but most are expected to make a full recovery.
You hear it ringing? According to their testimony, the agents had been transported from the Butte home to a roadside motel named the Ocean View Motel and Casino and discovered a room key performing a ritual. The key opened a door marked with an inverted black pyramid, which they only learned after a lengthy period of trial and error. After pulling another motel cord found inside this room, they were transported to the oldest house. The disappearances of the home's owner and the other locals of Butte have been attributed to the light switch cord. The Oceanville View Motel is now known to have many doors and pathways. Since this occurrence, identical light switch cords to the one found in Butte home have begun appearing throughout the oldest house. At the time of writing, 69 light cords have been found in the oldest house located in these sectors. These all access the Ocean View Motel, though exactly how this link operates is unknown, but initial hypotheses center on the Butte AWE as a something or other. Wasn't there another door in here, though? There was another way I could have come in here. Whereas right now I only see that one door. Trench, custodian, trench, custodian, trench, custodian. Carol Bishop, custodian.
The Ocean View Motel and Casino. Dream logic. The light switch cord. Door marked with the black pyramid.
Notice, Ocean View Motel and Casino, entry point, catalyst light switch. The law of 3 applies. Fatal psychic trauma.
Whoa! Have we been here before? No. I've stayed at a lot of roadside motels across the country, on the road, on the run, under the radar. This feels like all of them, like something recognized from a dream. Anyone here?
I ring the bell. No one comes. Posters for New York, Miami, Montana, Pacific Northwest. Nothing for Arches, huh? No love for Arches National Park. Federal Parks Canyon. Door marked with a black grenade. Really? She just like tickles the doorknob? Is there something I forgot that I have to use here? Like, do I need to use the key card?
No, I mean, you have a key card. No, I don't think so. Maybe there's something here? Traverse the motel.
I don't know. Really? Okay, let's read the shit we picked up about the motel again. I'll write it. Let's dismiss this.
Discovered a room key by performing a ritual. The key opened a door marked with an inverted black pyramid.
How do we discover the room key? By performing a ritual. MOT 01. Which ritual?
Maybe it's in the other world?
MOT 01. I guess so, but it seems as though they perform it here, because they're transported, then they perform a ritual.
Okay, good point.
Also, I'd like to listen to Tomasi's.
Alright, take this down. The situation in Cuba has been evaluated by the relevant authorities. The mysterious illness affecting the staff at the U.S. Embassy in Havana was caused by sonic weaponry in the hands of a foreign power. Numerous personnel have damage to the inner ear, but most are expected to make a full recovery. Of course, the event also damaged their cellular walls, but we can't blame that on some stupid noise gun. Thank God no local doctors examined them first. Honestly, what are the odds an alternate item would show up inside a U.S. embassy? Talk about good luck, huh? So much easier to... Hey, are you still recording this?
A ritual, huh? Like a ritual, like ringing the bell. That's a ritual.
Is there nothing here?
Maybe after ringing the bell, there'll be something here. Yep.
Key has a black pyramid on it.
Okay, great. Was that not there before?
It wasn't there. I think it must have appeared when I rang the bell 3 times.
Okay.
Okay, that was a bit sudden for using a key. But that's fine.
That's us.
Yeah, that's us. Sweet. Fuck me.
Can you look at the picture? Can you do it again?
Oh, this is where we were in the picture.
Yeah, pick up the hot
That's what this thing speaks. Are we gonna get another power?
unknown caller, complete the astral plane call. Should say call the nightmare scene. Or maybe not at you. Hotline will allow you to contact extra-dimensional entities. That's good. That's a great idea.
Oh. Okay. Careful, there's a gap there. I died. I'm failing. I don't even allow me to contact said entities. Okay, it can, it's just a little bit slower than I am.
Well,
It needs
full
to-
brace.
It is a phone. It's an object of power. It doesn't connect to any typical network. A direct line to the astral plane and the board. And my hypothesis is, under the right conditions, to other planes of existence as well.
A director needs a team. My management team. These people know the secrets of the Bureau as well as I do. Some even better. Darling, Tomasi, Salvador, Marshall. Marshall especially, my head of operations. She sees right through me. She knows I don't like relying on people. The only person you should fail is yourself. But things change when you become director.
I have it. The hotline. I can reach Trench. Well, listen to him. He feels more like an echo. An echo with important info. I need to get back to Emily.
Object should be inaccessible for use except by the director. Object is a 1960s era red bakelite telephone. The rotary dial has been replaced with a black knob of unknown purpose. The phone weighs. The object allows the director to communicate with the board. If used by anyone other than the director, the object will cause lethal psychic damage. The object is currently bound to Director Trench. Not so. The object spontaneously manifested in the director's office, placed on the desk. Director Northmore was the first known Bureau agent to use it. A battery of tests were run on the object, including something, but it remains unknown. Storage remains unknown. This is the thing we just listened to. Oh, no. Oh, yeah, the thing we just watched. Hotline. So we can... What is this?
It took us a long time to learn how to stabilize the control points, the ley lines, the meridians of the oldest house. Darling found a way to soothe this beast. We discovered we must cleanse control points of all interference. It's my duty as the director, like Northmore before me. I couldn't manage it in my own house, at my home. I'll damn well do it here. Without the control points, the oldest house would swallow us alive. We'd be sealed inside an endless labyrinth. No one would hear our screams. If an enemy ever managed to corrupt the control points, it'd be over fast, spreading like a cancer, leaping over the fire breaks like a crown of fire. They are the weak point. Darling's right about that. He's wrong about everything else. Dangerously wrong. Suspiciously wrong. Has he been compromised?
Trench was paranoid. The hotline we've watched.
A director needs a team. My management team.
Did we watch the hotline?
I can hear the hotline ringing in my dreams, constantly ringing. Ringing so loud I can't hear the voice I'm straining to understand. Why don't I pick up? It's a secure line of communication with the board. They would tell me what I need to know. Do I fear their answers? Would they have warned me of this threat? I didn't see it coming. A traitor in our midst. A conspiracy plotted right behind me. I can't trust anyone. I must assume all my intel has been manipulated. The hotline is the only channel I can trust. Bind it, control it. The rule and the ritual with objects of power. It can't be tampered with. The lifeline to the astral plane and the board. I must seek guidance. Soon. I'll rest first. I'm so tired. Always tired now. But I must reach the hotline. I think I'm under attack. An attack of dementia, exhaustion. It's a brain cloud making me forget. The hotline. I must reach the hotline.
Weird.
The Ocean View Motel and Casino is a familiar friend to me. I stayed in countless motels like it while investigating AWEs across the country, back in my field agent days. Those roadside motels all bleed together like a dream. Same and not the same. Anywhere and nowhere. The Ocean View operates on dream logic, and the light switch cord leaks out to be found in the most unexpected places, and sometimes successfully encouraged to appear and act as a convenient lock to keep out those not trained in dreamscape navigation. Even Bureau veterans can only find one key in the motel, the key that opens the door marked with the inverted black pyramid. The rest, the many other doors, are still mysteries to us. We're all merely guests there. Even the board. Sometimes I need to visit, just to breathe easier for a while. It beats the numb, sterile apartment I spend my nights in, insulated from everything but myself. I guess that's where the whiskey comes in. Something's coming. The whisper's growing louder. The worst winter storm in Bureau history. Retribution for my sins. Our sins. This threat could destroy the Bureau, everything I've built. Destroy me. A web spun, turning this place against me. I catch glimpses of it in the corner of my eye. It's just out of reach. Elusive. It's clever. A perverse game of hide and seek. Is this part of an attack? Obfuscating the facts. Dimming my eyes. It's hard to tell. I need answers. I haven't heard back from Darling. I fear for my friend, my closest ally. I think we made a terrible mistake all those years ago. That thing he studies is putting us all in danger. It's my duty as director to keep the Bureau safe. It'll be difficult. What's done can't be undone. There's no easy fix. Magical thinking is a requirement for survival. Pain and suffering are mandatory. To change things, you have to break yourself. I don't know if I have the strength. I'm old and weak. I'm afraid. I can see my hands trembling. I'm losing control.
This guy's a little over the top.
People react strongly when I tell them about you. Is it too soon to tell Emily? She might be able to help.
Should we just teleport?
Oh, yeah.
How?
Oh, you have to get to, I guess you have to get to a fast travel point. That's a new door.
What?
That's a new door.
Is it?
Yep.
Where's the... Should we go? This is the director's office. We've already been here.
Huh.
He's gone though.
Do you want to look at the map for a second? Where's the
Director's office.
Oh, it's up there.
It's in the middle.
Okay. Yep. Cool.
Should we go to the central executive? Where is the woman?
She's in the boardroom.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I think central executive makes sense. But is there something on the desk right here?
Bureau funding. To all executive staff, I know there's some concern regarding our operations exceeding the annual budget, as long as we operate within the oldest house, we're obscured from scrutiny in many respects. If our budget demands are not exorbitant to the point of drawing attention, they'll be granted by the U.S. Treasury without question. The FBC is just another line in another spreadsheet that will slowly, so that some lowly accountant won't even notice. Their eyes will skip over us as if we weren't even there. The nature of the oldest house allows us certain freedoms in how we operate. Our being here is no accident. Regards, Zachariah Trench. Should we go through here?
Sure.
How do you open once you pick up a thing?
You hold down the touchpad.
Agent death notification. Dear Mr. and Mrs. Potts, I regret to inform you that your son, Graham Potts, was killed in active duty this past week. While the details surrounding his death are classified, I'm honored to tell you that he died in the service of the country. You can be proud of his courage in the face of danger and his commitment to protecting our nation against our enemies. He'll be remembered by his comrades and colleagues. I sincerely regret the pain this message will bring you. Take some solace in knowing that his sacrifice helped protect the country he loved so much. His effects will be returned to you with all speed. Sincerely yours, Howard January, Deputy Chief of Communications. Farther from the building. We shouldn't be going this way. Examination of paranatural topics, objects of power and their para-utility. Objects of power are unique in their capacity to grant certain individuals paranatural abilities. We call these individuals para-utilitarians. The potency of these abilities depend on the para-utilitarian. Using the blank object of power as an example, some para-utilitarians can achieve a throw distance of blank, while others are only capable of as little as blank. See Dr. Darling presentation 1115 for more info. What exactly determines an individual's paranatural competence is unknown. It's largely believed that some blank exists within the body and that, like all muscles, it can be exercised. To continue my analysis, I have officially requested access to the Northmore records, considering he is one of the most accomplished para-utilitarians the Bureau has ever seen. Dr. Darling is still considering this request. Refer to file.
said sex.
It's us in the portrait.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, there are people here. Oh, it's our people. Yeah. People in the shelter. Should we save? No.
I don't think so.
Where's the room?
Jesse, did you get the hotline? I mean, how is it out there? The comms, the hiss? Sorry.
I got the hotline. I can make out what Trench is saying now.
Incredible. What did he say?
He talked about his management team. People who knew the Bureau's secrets. Your boss, Darling. Tomasi, but he's gone. He's gone. Salvador?
He's the head of security.
And Marshall?
Helen Marshall is head of operations. She's tough, ex-CIA. She took her Rangers and went to the research sector to secure the HRA production. She hasn't come back.
Someone who could help us. The other sectors. How do I get there?
It's impossible because of the internal lockdown. You can perform a directorial override to lift it, but that can only be done in the maintenance sector. Normally, you take the sector elevator down there. It connects all the sectors, but it won't work while the lockdown is in effect.
We already got past one lockdown. Maybe I can find a way.
Jesse, look, with no prep, no training, in this extreme situation, you are doing phenomenally well. And all that and the hiss can't seem to affect you. I mean, I would love to run some tests on you. If you agree, that is. We could find out something that would help us.
Tests? I don't know. She might find out about you. But I wouldn't mind understanding more myself. Okay. If you think it will help.
Great. I'll check the internal documentation for any lockdown bypasses. We need to get these sectors open to locate Darling and Marshall.
And I'll look for a way inside the maintenance sector. The sooner we find one, the sooner I reach this override.
Cool music. There he is. That's a big area.
Upgrade to unlock new abilities from the nearest control point. What countermeasures are now available from the nearest control point? Weapon forms and mods can now be crafted at the
Sweet.
nearest control point. Initial impressions. Emily Pope, analysis of Hiss threat, part 1, confidential. Summary. Initial encounters with the entity known as the Hiss have revealed various behavioral facts. Most notably, the Hiss is able to invade or corrupt control points, altered items, and even humans, radically changing their behavior. Curiously, any person wearing one of the wearable HRA devices that Dr. Darling has been distributing over the past weeks was not affected by this corruption. The only known exception to the fact is the new director, Jesse Faden, who possesses an inherent immunity to the hiss. This could indicate that she has already been corrupted, but her behavior is so in contrast to that of the other hosts that I've dismissed the theory. My final observation comes from Mrs. Faden herself. She is able to cleanse material and organisms of the hiss corruption. We tested this ability on a hiss corrupted entity, but unfortunately the process seems to kill the host. Perhaps the host's physiology becomes reliant on the hiss. More work to be done. Refer to file for further report. Missions. Board countermeasures. We don't have any. Mission briefings. Directorial override. Search for a way into the maintenance sector. Track on track. Completed missions. 2. Directorial override. The internal lockdown emergency secure measure is stopping Jesse from looking for Trench's missing management team in the other sectors. Jesse sets out to enter the maintenance sector to find the directorial override and lift the internal lockdown. So these are reviews of what we did. Do you want to read these?
No, I'm good. I know we did it. Right.
Hotline. Board countermeasures.
This is the opposing force. The benefit you. You'll get resources. Each completed countermeasure. Oh, they're like trials.
We need to talk to her. I think she's just going to sum up our mission.
Maybe before she had more information to give us. Like.
Hi, Jesse. Thanks, Emily. I'm sure I'll have more questions soon. Just let me know. Do you hear that? Someone's singing. Where's it coming from?
Singing. Sounds like it's coming from the elevator.
They're saying Trench was shot dead. The situation's getting worse.
I saw Trench and Darling arguing a couple weeks ago. Trench was furious. You don't think Darling...
Don't be stupid. What would the Bureau's golden child have to gain from killing
saying
the
we're
boss?
shit to gear at the control point?
Yeah.
Fast travel abilities for astral constructs, board countermeasures, outputs. Astral constructs. Weapon forms, mods. Weapon forms. Construct shatter. Shatter has high stopping power with a scatter shot that devastates grouped enemies at close range. Required materials. So those are source.
Okay.
Undefined reading and house memory. So we have more than enough to get a weapon form.
Yep, that's like a shotgun.
And then this is a bunch of material and source that we can upgrade. Constructs levels 1. Obscured weapon mod common. It just requires
it's just a random mod. We don't know what it is.
I didn't understand a word of that. What?
It's a random mod. We don't know what it'll make.
Okay. Personal mods. Upgrade. To enable higher tier mods. Abilities 4. Use Swirly 3 to unlock additional weapon form slot. Use 15 to unlock additional personal mod slot. Use 30 to unlock additional personal mod slot. These are hard to get. Okay. Currently we have 1 health. I shouldn't click these, right?
I think if you clicked them, it would like buy them.
Yeah, I agree. So health 1, 10 health, Energy 1, 10 energy. Melee 1, and launch. So we have 4 to spend. We could get all of these, for example. We could also get the additional weapon form slot. And there's a lot of locked abilities. So health is 20%, 20%, 20. Then it gets to 30. And for some reason it goes down to 15. They're not that expensive. Well, some of them are. The first one is. Sorry. Where am I? Oh, wait. There's shit here.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
It's fine. You can read it, though.
Yeah. This is going to be energy. Why does it do that? Energy. 20 to energy. 30, 15. I don't know why it decreases there. Okay, so these are all similar. 50% damage. These are launch explosives back at the enemy. Grenades. Basic enemies when their health is low. Launch large enemies when their health is low. Launch large objects. Okay. Do you want to do any of this or not yet?
I would upgrade health.
This one?
I would.
Do you want to...
Do it again?
Yeah, I was waiting for it to disappear. Do you want to do it again? It costs 3, so it would take up all of ours.
I think it's worth it, personally.
I agree. Alright, doing it.
Cool. Nice.
Oh! So you spend 3. I thought that you had to buy that.
Nice.
Okay, great. So let's equip a thing.
Cool. So that's evidently experience. The pine trees are experience.
Their source.
Right. Yep. You're so right. Their source. But then the abilities are
Weapon mods. So now we can equip another one.
Is that true? Did we get another weapon mod slot already?
I thought we did. Do we not?
I think we got another weapon form slot.
Oh.
Do we have another mod slot? We might have another mod slot
No,
as well.
we don't. We don't have a form either.
Yeah, if you go back out and then go down.
Oh.
Hit X. Okay, but we don't actually have a form to equip there.
We need to craft forms, remember?
We could craft that form. Yeah.
Do we want to do that?
Yeah, do you want to do that again? So, this is the only weapon form we can craft.
It takes a lot of our source.
It does take a lot of our source. And it gives us this shotgun thing. If you back out of this, please, and enter mods, these level 1 mods seem to me like they could be good. I don't know if they'll be good. They don't take a lot of source. We could... How much does it cost to upgrade them?
What?
At the bottom, one of the options is upgrade. So that also costs a lot.
We don't have a threshold remnant anyway.
Oh, okay, you're right. Yep, I'm okay with crafting the shotgun.
Okay, let's do it.
Cool.
New weapon form constructed.
Cool.
Continue. So, does that mean our gun is different?
It can be different. What does it look like now if you pull it? Left trigger. No, it doesn't pull out your gun.
I heard this brings up a lot of questions.
Maybe you can't do it in zero. Okay, but before we go too far, do you want to open up the
Power plant is largely confidential. No use guessing the Hiss's motives if you don't even know what kind of energy he uses.
want shatter, right? Do we have any components?
Recoil accuracy. Projectile spread. Rate of fire. No, because we're going to run out quickly. Recoil projectiles fired 2. And then we could also do damage against enemy armor 47. Damage after a kill 30. How about this one?
Maybe. I was thinking 47 is pretty good, but...
Yeah, but we don't have enemy armor that as often as we have just multiple enemies.
I don't know. Yeah, okay. I have trouble with the ones that have armor.
I mean, yeah, they're harder, but we will use that less often than we'll use this.
Okay.
Right?
Is this just, let's see, shatter? Oh no, yeah. Does it say if it's just like the first shot after a kill, or is it just like at all after a kill? Like, does it stack again? Yeah, I don't know.
No, I don't think it stacks. I think I read it as after the first one.
Yeah. Okay. What about the one above this? Accuracy, that would be good. And then what's the one to the left of it?
5% seems so little.
Okay. Recoil, yeah, I don't know about that yet. Yeah, we can equip 30%, that's fine.
I don't know, if you want to do this, I'm fine with that too.
Damage against enemy armor. That seems like a lot to me. 47% is
Okay.
50%. But you're so right that not every enemy has armor.
Yeah, but we don't even understand what this is.
Yeah, but it's at least going to be plus 30% sometimes, right? And there's probably more times than I said we go for this one. We'll see.
What do you mean? It has to be a fusion reactor.
Do you want to see what the...
There's no other way to create that kind of energy output, right?
Strategic target, mold hosts. Kill mold hosts. They are not our concern. Priority. Deal with it. Progress, reward, common personal mod. I don't really know what that is. Executive incursion, headshot tactics. Oh, we can accept these.
They're like side quests.
Kill enemies in the executive sector with headshots. Instructions incoming. Head brain melon is weak. Kill enemies in the executive sector. Executive pyramid base must be protected. Correct. Shatter. Kill enemies with a service weapon in shatter mode. Shatter hatchet burst will push them back. How far? Pierce maneuvers. Kill enemies with a service weapon in pierce mode. Pierce spear puncture the invaders. Easy go peasy. These don't. Oh yeah.
So shatter maneuvers seems like easy, but it also only gives you a random, a common weapon mod.
Yeah.
Whereas if you move 2 up, this one gives you an uncommon. Oh, it's a material. It's not a mod.
Yeah, but we'll need it to do stuff later too.
Yeah. Okay.
Do you want to accept any of them?
I do. I would accept the shatter maneuvers one. Oh, you can just accept all of them. Let's just accept all of them.
I don't know. I mean, are we sure? Is that going to do something?
I don't know. Maybe don't. I guess maybe not. I don't know. I feel like it's probably fine.
You can abandon them.
Exactly.
I can't accept this one, so it looks like a max of 3.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, let's abandon mold hosts because...
Oh, did I just dismiss it?
Ooh, interesting. It just gave you a different one. Yep. Okay, so don't accept that one because we don't know what charge mode is. Evidently, if you abandon it, it's just gone.
Yep.
Good to know. Kill enemies in the executive sector. Yeah, cool.
We want this one?
Sure, that sounds good.
So it sounds like max of 3. Also, if you abandon, it dismisses it.
Which might be gone for good. Maybe it's still in the rotation to come back up someday. Who knows?
Yeah. Okay.
Cool.
They
Search for a way into the maintenance sector.
Yeah, maybe a good time to take a break.
Honestly, you never read the...
Do you want to play with their new gun first? Any other one? Not the elevator, though.
Deine Word, meet me in the maintenance.
What other room? Just another room. I'll read jargon. Switch weapon form square. Scary. Okay. How's it feel? Can you switch weapon form strong?
This one's much quicker. You can, yeah.
It's pretty cool.
That one's much slower. There's a lot of pushback.
The animation is pretty good. Okay, cool. Sweet.